Hey there, plant lovers! Winter is here, and while we're busy wrapping ourselves in cozy blankets and sipping warm drinks, let's not forget about our indoor plants. They need a little extra care during the colder months to stay healthy and vibrant. But don't worry, it's not complicated. Today, I'm going to share simple yet effective tips to help your plants thrive all winter long. 1. Light, the winter dilemma. First up, let's talk about light. Winter days are shorter and sunlight is weaker, so your plants might not be getting the light they need. Start by moving them closer to windows, preferably east or south-facing ones where they can catch the most daylight. Just make sure they're not too close to freezing window panes. If your space doesn't get much natural light, consider investing in a grow light. These are lifesavers for plants in darker homes or for those long, cloudy stretches. Think of it as giving your plants their very own patch of sunshine. 2. The golden rule of winter. Watering next. Let's tackle watering. This is where many plant parents go wrong in winter. Unlike summer, plants drink less when it's cold because their growth slows down. So, before you water, do the finger test. Stick your finger about an inch into the soil. If it feels dry, it's time to water. If it's still damp, wait a few more days. And here's an important tip. Always use room temperature water. Cold water can shock your plants, and that's the last thing we want in winter. 3. Boosting humidity levels. Now let's talk about humidity. Winter air, especially indoors, can get really dry because of heating systems. This dryness can stress out tropical plants like ferns, calatheas, and peace lilies. To fix this, consider running a small humidifier near your plants. It's one of the easiest ways to add moisture to the air. If you don't have a humidifier, you can group your plants together to create a micro-humid environment. Another trick? Place a tray filled with water and pebbles under the pots. As the water evaporates, it increases humidity around the plants. 4. Keep it cozy, but avoid the heat temperature is another thing to watch out for. While your plants like a warm environment, they don't want to be too close to heaters, radiators, or vents. Sudden temperature changes or hot drafts can stress your plants, leading to wilting or browning leaves. A stable room temperature between 65 degrees Fahrenheit and 75 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 degrees Celsius to 24 degrees Celsius, is ideal. Also, make sure your plants are protected from cold drafts coming from doors or poorly insulated windows. 5. Let them rest. Winter is a time of rest for most plants. Their growth naturally slows down during this season, so you don't need to fertilize them. Feeding your plants when they're not actively growing can do more harm than good. Save the plant food for spring when they wake up and start growing again. Pruning should also be minimal. Trim only dead or yellowing leaves, but avoid heavy pruning as it can stress your plants when they're already in a dormant phase. 6. Don't forget to clean. Dust can accumulate on your plant's leaves over time, and in winter this can block the already limited light. Gently clean the leaves with a soft, damp cloth to help them absorb light more effectively. For smaller plants or those with many leaves, a quick shower in lukewarm water works just as well. Just be sure to let them drain completely afterward. 7. Watch for pests. Lastly, keep an eye out for pests. Winter is when pests like spider mites, mealybugs, and aphids might decide to set up camp on your plants. Check the undersides of leaves and stems regularly. If you spot any pests, treat them quickly with a mix of water and a few drops of dish soap or a gentle insecticidal spray. Nurture your plants, and they'll thank you. And there you have it, your winter survival guide for indoor plants. With these simple tips, your plants will not only survive the winter, but thrive, ready to grow beautifully when spring rolls around. Taking care of plants during winter might feel a little intimidating at first, but trust me, once you get into the rhythm, it's incredibly rewarding. Plus, there's something so comforting about being surrounded by greenery on those cold, gray days. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to share this with your fellow plant lovers. And let me know in the comments, how do you keep your plants happy in the winter? I'd love to hear your tips and tricks. Thank you for tuning in. And as always, happy planting.